Today we'll be going over Lesson 7.2, Properties of Powers. In this lesson, we will cover the zero exponent theorem, product of powers postulate, quotient of powers theorem, power of a product postulate, power of a quotient theorem, and the power of a power postulate. First off, we have the product of powers postulate, which states that for bases that are non-negative, b to the m power times b to the n power equals b to the m plus n power. So if your bases are the same, you add the exponents. An example, x to the 4th times x to the 12th equals x to the 4 plus 12th power, or x to the 16th power. Another example would be 3 cubed times 3 squared equals 3 to the 3 plus 2 power, or 3 to the 5th, which, if you put in your calculator, is 243. Next is the quotient of powers theorem, which states that if a base is non-negative and real, then b to the m power divided by b to the n power equals b to the m minus n power. An example, x to the 4th divided by x to the 7th equals x to the 4 minus 7th, or x to the negative 3. Another example would be 1 to the 6th over 1 squared equals 1 to the 6 minus 2, or 1 to the 4th, which is still 1, since 1 times 1 equals 1 no matter how many times you repeat it. Next is the power of a product postulate that states if a and b are non-negative and real, then ab parentheses to the power of m equals a to the m power times b to the m power. So you're distributing the exponent to everything inside the parentheses. And examples, x times y parentheses to the 7th equals x to the 7th times y to the 7th. Another example could be 3 times 2y parentheses to the 7th equals 3 to the 7th times 2y to the 7th. Next, we have the power of a quotient theorem, which states that for any positive bases a and b and real exponent, a divided by b parentheses to the nth power equals a to the nth power divided by b to the nth power. So again, you're distributing the exponent to everything in the parentheses. An example, x divided by y parentheses to the 4th power equals x to the 4th over y to the 4th. Another example could be 7 divided by 12 in parentheses to the 4th power equals 7 to the 4th power divided by 12 to the 4th power. And lastly, we have our zero exponent theorem that states that if b is a non-zero real number, then b to the 0 power equals 1. So, as you can see here, x to the 0 equals 1, 100 to the 0 equals 1, 12 to the 0 equals 1. No matter how big the number is, no matter what number it is, if it's to the 0 power, it will always equal 1.